It is springtime. Deer season has came, it's gone. We've got rested up. And this is one of the things that I love most, and that is chasing turkeys around our home state in these mountains.
If you like turkey hunts, you better hang on to your hat because they're about to hit the floor.
After closing out the chapter on deer season, the Red Rising guys are ready to get outdoors again and chase after some turkeys in the spring. It's that time of the year when the gobblers come out. One by one, and the guys get to do some spring cleaning of their own. As these longbeards hit the dirt, one after another.
Every year, once deer season's over, it's a time to just relax, lay back, and just chill. And it's shed hunting, shed season's over, then it's straight into turkey season. This year, we decided we're gonna stay at home. We're gonna chase those just tough old eastern birds with 500 million people hunting all the same turkeys. They'll usually give us a run for our money. If you like turkey hunting, get ready because this show is jam-packed full of big old easterns hitting the floor.
Opening day, pouring the rain. We didn't even go. Didn't even get out of bed. We're gonna go the next morning. I'm literally getting ready to walk out the door. We have a fire call. So we're going to fire call. Eric and I get back. We go hunting, but it's super late in the morning and we get on some birds. We can't do anything with them. And we're leaving and I hear one gobble. And I told Eric, I said, I just heard him gobble.
No, I heard a bird gobble right here on this ridge. I told Eric, I said, I just heard a bird. He said I was crazy, but I'm pretty sure I heard a bird. So we walked over here. There's a lot of times if turkeys don't gobble, you look for sign. And right here, I mean, that's a prime example. I mean, here's turkey crap. There's a feather right there that I can see. I'm gonna step around the point of this ridge and I'm gonna call again. And if it was a turkey, it's gonna happen quick. I mean, they're gonna be in our face in no time, but I just wanna call right here and see if I can get one to sound off.
So we rush, we pop a Cherokee decoy out, and I make one call, and these birds literally came running on a string and run right to the end of the gun barrel.
Right here. I see them right here. They're coming down this ridge. I see him. Tell me when you got him. Which one you on? Huh? How about that? For a 10 o'clock late morning, Jason just smashed one with that new Maxi. There's nothing better than hunting with one of your best friends in the woods, no matter if you're turkey hunting or deer hunting. That was fun.
Done smashed a big old mountain longbeard. Don't you look at the blood? Give me some.
I know the setup and the footage wasn't great. They just appeared right here, but
I love shooting him in the face with a shotgun. That Max is warped him, son.
We got these brand new Browning Maxus shotguns, and I'm gonna be honest, that was the start of a week-long storm of just turkey killing, probably the best week of turkey hunting I have ever experienced.
It was a quick hunt, it was in your face, but you know what? A lot of times that's turkey hunting, and that's the way I like it. Look at these light colors on these tail feathers. That's awesome. I'd like to see this old boy strutting, but you know what? He come through these pines up this ridge, and that was his last trip. The Browning flat hammered him. So it was a very, very successful morning. Make sure you subscribe and like the page. On top of that, make sure you click the little notification bell. That way you'll be one of the first ones to know when a new video drops.
I can honestly say that my favorite way to hunt birds is to kill birds straight off the roost. I like to catch them in the morning when they're fired up, they're at their best, they've not gobbled themselves out all day, and they typically, I have found if they're going to make a mistake, they will make a mistake. Let's go to work. This was a situation where birds came straight off the roost, the hens did. We had a bird pitch off right up here in the field, and he's working up this hillside. He's probably 150 yards off, but there's two birds over here on the hillside just hammering. If we can get these hens in between the hens and those two birds, we're gonna kill one this morning. So it's just a waiting game. The sun's just popped up, so they are just rocking. The big toms hit the ground first, and rather than following straight out off the roost, they decided to walk out. They saw our decoys first. It was a classic squeeze play.
The turkeys come towards us, and they were waiting on the hens to fly down, and the hens actually flew directly past us. So it worked perfect. It was textbook. The gobblers come straight by us.
And all I can tell you is hey man, 55 yards, that new Maxus just eat him up. Which one, y'all?
Classic, right off of the roost hunt. Don't work out this way all the time, but this time it did. Eric made a great shot.
How about that? Straight off the roost this morning. Man, that was fun. These two satellite birds were right on the other side of them, and we pinched them. We were right between them, worked like a charm. Couldn't be more happy with this Maxus. This Maxus, we just started shooting these this year from Browning. 55-yard shot, and I mean, it peppered his head, son. Awesome hunt. Tacticam called it all. Cherokee did his job, baby. Awesome morning here in the beautiful Blue Ridge Mountains, Virginia. Eastern longbeard, don't get no better.
We have wore them out. I've killed one, Eric's killed one, we called another one in, and now I've got a friend filming me. I've got this blind popped out. These birds have been gobbling since the time we stepped foot out of the truck. They pitch off a limb, they go the other way. I make one or two calls with a Cherokee call. And for some reason, he just come running back up. I guess it was a satellite bird, but I really wanted to shoot him with a bow, but he was kind of skirting, and he never would commit and come in. So I grabbed the old Browning, and I peppered his head.
I don't know that it gets any better than that. God, there's nothing better than chasing these old things during the spring. I love hearing them gobble. I love watching them strut. Truly, truly thankful for this morning, because we take for granted a lot of things that happen in our lives and a lot of things we get to experience. And this is one thing that I'm passionate about and I love. I always love turkey hunting. And to be honest, I don't know that it gets any better than that.
Jason has been killing turkeys for years and years and years, and he's awesome at it. But it doesn't matter where you kill turkeys, you know, late morning after they're done with hens. You get one of them straight off the roost. You hunt out of a blind. You hunt late even before they go to roost. Point being is, find what works for you with turkeys. Don't forget it. Keep doing it, and you should kill them every year. We need you to support us, guys. So go over, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. And every time we post something, you're gonna get that little bell going off and you're gonna know instantly that you can go over and watch it and catch what's going on. We run trail cameras to gain intel on our turkeys as much as we do during deer season. I guess it's just a natural spillover, but you can actually identify strut zones. That's what I love to run with my trail cameras. I identify strut zones year after year because regardless, it's like hunting perennial sets for whitetails. Turkeys will do the same thing. They'll pick areas to strut every single day and they will go to that. So if I can't pull them away from hens, I'll sit up on a strut zone and just wait.
Right there he is. Sure enough, strutting right there in the middle of the field. Man, he's a long ways. Boy, he's in a good place to do what we want to do right here. Been chasing birds all morning this morning, but this is why you stay after them. Because late morning, late morning, the hens will be done with them, and those birds will gobble some, and a lot of times they'll get it and they'll just stay in a spot for an hour or so. We're just gonna simply, I don't know, we've never reaped one. We're gonna try it. This new Fusion taxidermy series from Cherokee, it looks awesome. So we're gonna see what happens. And the only thing I know to do is just get up here in the middle of this field. I'm gonna get behind this thing and I'm just gonna go straight toward him. The only bad thing is my knees is already hurting and I ain't even started. Ugh. Well, this is certainly a game changer. That is super cool. Reaping the old Cherokee, the Fusion taxidermy series, man. I mean, I just had no idea it would work this good. I mean, I literally came up here with hens, 5 or 6 hens right here, 15 yards from me, scratching, and had this bird and another bird in a fight. And luckily, we broke off, and it was one of those deals where I just left Jason and said, I'm gone. And the Tacticam, that's your backup hunt, man, so you're gonna see it right there. And I want to dedicate this bird to my dad. My dad was one of those guys that just lived for turkey season. And over his lifetime, he probably killed 100 longbeards, and who knows how many, got countless other birds he called in. Had one heck of a turkey season here in Virginia. I guess it's time for me and Jason to take a break and let some other people hunt, but awful good times, man. 5 trips out, 4 big toms, laying on the ground.
This winter, I booked a cruise for this spring. Little did I know that it was the very first week of turkey season, which was, in my opinion, one of the stupidest things I've ever done. So I'm in the Bahamas without cell service for 7 days, the first 7 days of turkey season. And we get back to dock, and I turn my phone on, and this is what it sounds like from Eric and Jason. I mean, for like 5 solid minutes, picture after picture after picture after picture of dead turkey, and I'm sitting there like, you've got to be kidding me.
Go ahead, subscribe to our channel, like it. You're gonna get that little notification bell. It's gonna go off, let you know when something new hits. Follow, subscribe. Happy hunting this fall. We love everybody. Thank you again.
Chris is one of those guys that honestly, he just loves to hunt. Doesn't get too tripped out over this or that. He just likes to hunt. And this year, you know, Jason and I had went on an absolute just killing spree. And in 6 days, we watched 5 turkeys die. So when he got home from the Bahamas on his little beach trip, I mean, because he has to keep that perfect tan, we knew we'd saved our best spot for last. So you know what? There's nothing like being spoon-fed. So Ward, here you go.
This is the second week of turkey season. This is the first time I've been because I had to go to the Bahamas on a cruise, and Jason and Eric were just flat laying the turkeys out. So Eric was kind enough to invite me to his farm this morning because I don't have any turkeys.
Okay, so I'm letting Dad and Cole hunt our farm. And there's only one bird over there, so Eric says, hey, I'm on a couple of good ones, let's go over to my farm.
We've not heard one single gobble this morning, but that doesn't mean much because they could come from anywhere. They roost at different places almost every night. It's the weirdest thing you've ever seen. But almost every day, if they're gonna come out here and strut, they're gonna come right here. We've got our Cherokee decoy out right in front of us, so it's the first time I've been in the woods. I've got high hopes. Eric's gonna steer me right.
Sometimes when turkey hunting, you gotta make a couple of moves. Well, by early morning, we had ended up over at this one farm. His dad has killed turkey after turkey after turkey on this farm. I've personally killed a turkey with a bow. Eric's killed a ton. It's a classic strut zone for early morning.
We got our Cherokee decoy out, and she's just waiting for old big boy to come up.
Sure enough, we look out, way out, 300 yards through the field. Here comes these two gobblers, and we pick up the Cherokee call and just, just lightly call a little bit. Here they come. We're sitting in the blind. Eric has me on this bucket, like a 5-gallon bucket, and he's sitting in a nice, comfortable chair. We have the Cherokee decoy out, and sure enough, there's hens and 2 gobblers. All of them come straight in, right in front of the blind, right to the decoy, right to the strut zone. They're up there. One of them's blown up, strutting like crazy. I knew that's the one I was going to take. Hit my Tacticam, got it turned on. There's one filming from inside the blind, and it's time to make a shot.
What can I say? Chris, shotgun, on a bucket, in a blind. That's just a bad combination altogether.
We laughed for a solid 10 minutes, me and Eric, after I fell off that bucket. We were crying, we were laughing so hard.
I can't wait to see the Tacticam. Let me tell you something, I've done some embarrassing and stupid things. Eric put me on this stupid bucket this morning, and these turkeys came in, and I had to ease my gun up. We got these new Browning shotguns, and Jason said, he said, you better hold it tight, it's gonna kick. I just shot this turkey, and I'm not kidding you. It looks like a YouTube video. It shot me in the back. It shot me into the back of this blind.
I've seen a lot of funny stuff in my life, but the mere fact that not only one, but 2 Tacticams caught Chris Ward shooting a shotgun and getting dumped on his rear in a blind is the funniest thing that I've ever seen, and probably the funniest thing that I will ever see.
The thing I can tell you is you start working out.
It ain't that, it's this stupid bucket you put me in. I mean, it flat knocked me on my butt.
I didn't think you'd knock him off the bucket. Now we can call him Old Man Ward. You go ahead and start hunting with a 20 gauge.
Well, right here's old Cherokee decoy. We just set her in the ground. We don't even put a stake because she's in like a breeding position. And you saw, I mean, proof's in the pudding, the turkey's right there. All right, let's see what sort of a bird we got here, Eric. Well, he don't even have a spur. That's just my luck. But, look at that one. Eric said, on the way over here this morning, he goes, now there's 2 2-year-olds, and they're pretty stupid. And he said, but there's one old longbeard, and he says, we won't see him. He's living on the other side of the farm. So I think he moseyed on over here this morning. Looked about 400 yards back over the hill, and here they come. It was 2 hens, 2 longbeards, and we just soft called with the Cherokee, and he came in. We just got this new Browning, these new Browning, this is some Maxes, shotguns. And Jason called me when he got his, and he says, I'm telling you, brother, it's gonna kick. You couldn't ask for a better morning. I mean, this is what spring gobbler season's all about, going out and just, I mean, you can't beat it. It's good fun, good laughs, and I've got a beautiful longbeard right here.
We've had an unbelievable turkey season here in Virginia.
To this day, probably the funniest hunt we've ever been on together. And it just wraps up a great way to wrap up the entire season. It was a season to remember forever. I hope that many more are like this, but it's going to be a tough one to beat.
I cried, that deep cry to the point that I was literally crying, laughing so hard. And it's a morning I'll never forget. It didn't matter, what happened. That whole part of that hunt, made that year. Exclamation point on this season. And we'll see you right here next year, Sportsman Channel, Red Rising.